This is Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Across the country, health officials say they're having trouble getting people to show up for their vaccine appointments.
But thankfully, here in Lincoln, pharmacies say they are not having that issue. And Channel 8's Alexis Koneski joins us now with...
Yeah, that's right. Several local pharmacies told me they are seeing very little no-show vaccine appointments, something they're very proud of.
No-shows has not been a problem actually for us at all, whether it's first dose or second dose. They've been eager to get the vaccine on the first dose, and most people want to come back and get that second dose.
The minimal amount of no-shows they see is usually because of schedule conflicts, or they may have received their second dose at another clinic already. When a no-show happens, it doesn't mean the doses go to waste, it just goes to another vaccine shopper.
We have quite a few appointment slots every day, and usually they're fairly full. And inevitably we do have some no-show appointments each day. But if that happens, we can reopen their appointment slots so somebody else can sign up and get the vaccine that day.
The no-show appointments seem to be both first and second doses of the shot. Pharmacies believe they have very minimal amounts of no-shows because of their communication with the patients. If you decide not to get the vaccine after making an appointment or for some reason can't make your scheduled time, pharmacies ask you to give them a call and cancel as early as possible so those doses can be given out for others.
Right. Thank you, Alexa. Well, today, kids ages 12 to 15 are able to get the vaccine for the very first time.
And we spoke with one of the first kids in Lincoln to get that shot. Channel 8's Yosef Nasser has more.
On Thursday, local pharmacies opened their doors for kids ages 12 to 15 years old interested in getting the COVID-19 vaccine. Derek Williams was one of the first to do so.
I knew that if a vaccine came for it, I would want to get it because I want to be a part. I want to do my part to help and do my part to help things get back to normal.
Part of Derek's motivation to get the vaccine, to protect his grandparents and others who might be vulnerable.
I just want to be able to hang out with them without risking spreading anything to them or risking giving them something.
This week, the FDA and the CDC signed off on use of the vaccine for children in the 12 to 15 age group. Derek's mother, Becky, is happy her son had the opportunity.
I know it was a personal decision for him, but I'm proud that he made that decision, and I hope it helps keep him safe.
Derek got his shot at Hy-Vee, which joined Walgreens and CVS pharmacies in offering the shot to teens on Thursday. While some opted to get the shot right away, the company says they have many parents scheduling appointments for their kids further down the road.
Our pharmacy teams are hearing from some parents that have called into them saying, hey, can I go ahead and schedule for, 2 weeks from now or whenever school gets out for the year? And the answer is yes.
Hy-Vee is among those accepting walk-in vaccinations, although children must be accompanied by a parent. Now that he's gotten the shot, Derek says he's hopeful things will return to normal.
It really has me optimistic because if more people get the vaccine, we will be able to get back to normal and we'll eventually be able to be at school full capacity without having to really worry about COVID.
Reporting in Lincoln, Yosef Nasser, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
You can sign up to get your kids vaccinated by appointment online or just walk in with no appointment needed. And we know for many of you parents, it's a big decision whether or not to vaccinate your child.
We talked to a local pediatrician about the safety for children as young as 12 and what makes this vaccine so effective when it comes to fighting COVID-19.
The genetic material gets transcribed to produce just that spike protein. It leaves a cell and your immune system recognizes it and says, intruder alert, learns how to fight it, and then it defends you against any time it recognizes that spike protein when it sees it in the future. So instead of seeing the entire virus, you're just seeing that little part of it.
And Dr. Dawson stressed that the vaccine isn't a live virus. It doesn't change a patient's DNA or affect fertility. He believes this vaccine is safe to give to your children.
We have seen very good safety profiles with the Pfizer vaccine, which is the one in question right now. And so, yes, I do feel safe about it being administered to children in this age group.
We want to let you know, starting Friday and Saturday, the Lincoln Lancaster County Health Department will offer Pfizer doses to teens between the ages of 12 and 15. The clinics are going to be held at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Parents or guardians will need to schedule an appointment with the health department.
Well, a beautiful start to our day, but John, I know you're watching some storms in the state and they could potentially hit us overnight.
Yeah, that's right. We will have a chance for some rain as we go through the overnight hours. I'm not so much concerned about the chance for severe thunderstorms tonight, but we will likely hear rain falling down downspouts as we go through the overnight hours. Beautiful day in Grand Island. We've got mostly sunny skies out there, and temperature-wise right now across the southeast Nebraska are sitting anywhere from the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. Look back to our northwest, and you can see some of those showers and thunderstorms from O'Neill back towards North Platte, and we do have a couple storms that do have severe thunderstorm warnings with them right now, especially now one moving into portions of Kansas, and then we've got another one that does include Keith County. Look back to the south and west, or I should say to the west of North Platte, with a pretty healthy thunderstorm moving that direction that could be producing some hail. For the rest of this evening, we'll see temperatures sitting mainly in the 60s to 50s by 11 o'clock. At least in Lincoln, it's likely through the overnight hours we'll see rain moving in, but other areas we could see the rain later on this evening. We'll take a closer look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds great. Thank you, John. While the pandemic interrupted almost everything, the trucking industry didn't have a choice other than to keep going.
Drivers struggled, especially at the height of the pandemic, to secure necessities like food.
They were still out there trying to get the essential freight moved like they do every day.
Now, to help truckers, the Nebraska Trucking Association partnered with companies and organizations to ensure drivers had hand sanitizer, food, and masks. And while conditions have improved, the need for truck drivers is still at an all-time high.
You can ask pretty much any of our trucking companies here in Nebraska if they have enough drivers, and they'll tell you no. They'll tell you that they have more freight sitting, waiting for drivers than they have trucks and drivers to deliver them.
And Grisham said the lack of drivers was an issue before the pandemic, but became more apparent because of it. He insisted there is thousands of truck driving opportunities across the country for those still looking for a job.
Now to something that affects everyone. Have you noticed the prices at the grocery store? They have gone up quite a bit. For example, seafood rising almost 20%, fruit and baked goods nearly 8%, and meats like beef and pork up nearly 5% higher. And it's not just food. The price of diapers and toilet paper is expected to increase later in the summer.
What's happening is basically a supply-demand issue. There's just not enough supply to meet demand, and that's all over the board.
The price increases are blamed to disruptions in the supply chain and some severe weather. And this may be the case for a while. The government reported last month consumer prices surged overall by more than 4%. That's the fastest rise since 2008. Are you looking to enjoy the outdoors and maybe look at some cool animals?
Well, who isn't, right? The Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium is welcoming some new friends.
We've already got an incredibly diverse group of animals at the zoo, with aquarium and insects and butterflies and gorillas and giraffe. Now we can add 2 harbor seals to that.
That's right. The 2 new harbor seals are named Milo and Monte, and they will be joining the 6 other sea lions in the Sea Lion Shores exhibit. The 2 buddies come from Milwaukee and Des Moines. They were released this morning to meet their new pals at the zoo, and the officials there are very excited about the new additions.
For people coming to the zoo, it's just really nice to see another animal that they have never seen at Omaha Zoo before, and see them in with the sea lions.
This is the first time the zoo has even had harbor seals. The zoo says the 2 may someday interact with people as the sea lions do, but for now they just want to explore their new home with their 6 new friends. Can't blame them. All right, coming up on the news tonight, an Iowa family can finally rest easy as a soldier missing in action for more than 70 years is finally home.
Hear the incredible story after the break.
Summer is near, and Supreme